Before we start this episode, I would like to say something which I always forget to say. If you like this episode, leave a thumbs up. If you have any suggestions, any questions, anything you want to tell me, any name changes or things like that, you can leave them down in the comments below. If you think somebody else would like uh, this video, you can send it to them. For more videos like this, subscribe to my channel. I do videos on various games, uh, so if that's something you like, subscribe to my channel. Hi guys and welcome to Fun or Something. Today we're playing Crusader Kings III. More precisely, we're playing as High Chiefess Daurama of Kano. So, for the first playthrough, the first uh, ruler, I thought maybe I should do France, England, some like major force or some very well known ruler or country. And then I actually thought, you know what, guys? Um, let's not let's not be basic bitches, you know? Like, choosing the Byzantine, East or West Francia, Wessex, like that's basic. Everybody who starts playing this game, they immediately go and plays King of England, Italy, the Byzantine Empire, the Pratihara, Khazaria, Kyrgyz Khanate, Kotrov, Tahirid, Abbasid. They all choose those basic, well-known nations, which is like, like we're not basic bitches. Like I said, we're not going to do that right now. So this is one of the scenarios, which basically you can create all your own scenarios because you can play as any nation, any realm. Like you can play as all of these like small things. Like this is basically chips at the top of the bag and chips at the bottom of the bag. Like that's the Saharan and Sub-Saharan Africa right now. So yeah, look at how many little realms there are here. Tribes or yeah, they're tribes, right? Um, yeah, I don't know what they are, to be honest. So we play as a small here nation. We're not a nation, we're a tribe. We have two cities. Basically, we're tribal, and yeah, we need to rise to fame and maybe become a huge empire down here and decide the fate of the whole world. So right now we're the High Chiefess Daurama of Kano. What that means, right now, since he desires a chiefdom of Daura, our husband is the chiefdom of Kano. He's yeah he's the slayer of the snake of Kano, which is very interesting. And we are really good at diplomacy. We're a mystic. We're a good negotiator. We have one child, and let's look at our decisions. Decisions are, you see, we have a decision to unite the whole Africa. They're basically, they're basically like end the game goals, sort to say. I mean, when you achieve them, you you are not finished with the game. The game stops when you decide it stops or when all your heirs die. Well, um, yeah, it dies when all your heirs die. That's what I said. So basically, the game is over when you say it, and that's why if we do all of these things, the game is not over. That's what I'm trying to say. But they are sort of our guidelines, which means we should bring all the African peoples together in the name of Mori, which means we have to completely control the region of Africa, which includes all of this. Also, like this whole area, we have to have the whole area of Africa to be able to unite Africa. So that's something that we should strive for. We could adopt feudal ways. We have to have the law, absolute tribal authority, organized faith. We have to be more famous, more developed, and we have to have all tribal innovations. So we are currently tribal, and we should transfer to being feudal, and we can find the holy order, but that's going to happen like in a long time. But right now we should actually choose our lifestyle, and our lifestyle is going to be diplomacy. Now she's already here progressing in the family hierarchy, so we can do foreign affairs focus, majesty focus, or family focus. I think we should do a majesty focus so that we can earn more prestige, which is very important. And we already have a high level of diplomacy, so we really don't have to buff it any further. Let's look at our council. Okay. Oh, I really like the way she's dressed. So these are all of our council men and women. We have good relationships with them, which is very nice. Right now, what we can do, let's look at our issues. We should fabricate a claim. We can declare 2 wars. We can take a consort, and Shavata Daura can marry. Shavata is my half sister, and we should choose somebody um, like for a potential alliance. Um, maybe somebody of our religion, or maybe Opanda. Opanda seems interesting. Or how old is she? 19. Well, let's do it like this. Why not? Yeah, it's pretty okay. And we can take a consort if we want. My marshal and champion. Um, yeah, he's like divided as a special person, I guess. So, chance of children, none. Children of the. Oh, how? So I guess we're not going to have any children with him, which is good. Since we really don't want any like illegitimate children, we don't want that. Shavata Daura, she is married. We can fight Kabi or Kabir. So Kabir or Kabi. Kabi is kind of weak. We can invade the kingdom, which is 2000. We're not going to do that. We can conquer a duchy. They're not the duchy. We can conquer a county very easily, or we can subjugate. But we are going to just attack their county. So let's declare war. We can call our allies, but I don't think they're actually strong. They only have 446 soldiers. We have double the amount, and also they just didn't have any allies. They don't have anything. So let's raise all of our armies here. Since we are tribal, we do not have knights, we have champions. And that's how that works. So let's go ahead, and this is going to be a quick war. Oh, to the charming, I gladly accept your marriage proposal. Oh, how wonderful. Truly wonderful. Let's see if you're going to win this battle. Oh. Oh, something just happened. Okay. What's in a name? For generations, Houseland has been ruled by the Magia, a line of matriarchal rules of which I am the latest. Our traditions have served us well, but the world is changing. The heroic deeds of my husband Bayajida have earned him great wealth and respect. Though as he hails from distant lands, his successes also portend great change for my people. My son Babo is the apple of his father's eye. Though a mere babe, I wonder if he will identify more with his adventuring father or my own traditional legacy. He must carry traditions of the house into a new age. He will become your dynastic heir. He becomes part of House Daura, and oh, he's going to lose opinion of us. My son is my son, whatever his name or culture. This option may leave you without a dynastic heir. Or the Magia do not need men to carry on their legacy. You get the law, female preference, Baba to Baba. He becomes part of the house Daura. He gains the trait disinherited. Your sister Chima Shavata of Panda will remain your dynastic heir. Okay. Um. Yeah, he's going to carry our traditions, even though he's not matriarch. We have an empty council seat. Don't know why. Uh, this person is spindly, doesn't matter. We have Hava, who's yeah. I don't think anybody else is like actually good at diplomacy as her. So let's just assign Kadi. She's somewhat capable with that. And also, I forgot to mention, each character has their own unique traits, their own unique skills, and yeah, for example, she is just, which means she has a strong sense of justice. She's honest. She's also trusting. She's a charismatic negotiator because she was educated to be one. She's mystic. She knows a lot of religious things, and she's a diplomat. And these are her skills. She's excellent in diplomacy. She's average in warfare. Stewardship. It means like owning land and money and managing taxes. Then we have intrigue, which helps you defend yourself from various different schemes because people can scheme against you. If they want to murder you, that is a scheme, and that's how you protect yourself. Then we have learning. Uh, from learning, you earn piety, and if you have, and with learning, your culture also progresses because you are a leader. And prowess means how good you are at fighting. And we have stats like our military strength, piety, which is like religious points, prestige, which is like royal points, gold, we all know what gold is, dread. If you have high dread, people are going to be afraid of you, they dread you, and they won't attack you or harm you. We have children, siblings, parents, grandparents. We can have wards, friends, lovers, and rivals. We have people at our court who can be guests, they can be champions, whatever. We can have vassals if we are feudal. We are not feudal right now, so we don't have any vassals. This is our faith, that's our religion, and this is our culture, Hausa. And we can look at our culture right now. We're in tribal. Um, we have several things here that we can invest. We are currently focusing on quilted armor. We're very underdeveloped right now. As you can see, we're in the tribal era. Even though it's almost the 9th century, but still we're not like unorganized. We are still a realm, a country. We also have our faith. It is unreformed. We can reform it. Uh, create head of faith title. We're not able to do that. Main doctrines means that men and women are equal, and we can see all of the things that are accepted or criminal within the religion. So we can go ahead and reform it, and we need a lot of piety. to reform our religion. So that's one of the goals that we can also strive for. Because yeah, basically, we need to hold 3 holy sites. We need a lot of piety, and yeah. So those are some of the goals for the future. Right now, we're just a small tribal nation. So let's see how this battle goes on. We're battling in dry lands, and we're going to win, which is great. One of my counselors died, and we have a new one. Oh, and we won the war because we have captured the leader of this nation right now. So we automatically win the war if we capture the leader of the nation. Now let's enforce our demands. We can, when you have a war, and you have of course the war score. If the war score reaches 100%, you can enforce your demands. Right now, that would mean that we get the contested title, which means you're going to get his land. If we sign a white peace, nothing happens. Uh, we spend 75 and we're just going to be at peace, we're going to be in a truce. We can surrender, which means we have to pay him money compensation for starting a war. And we're going to enforce our demands, and we were able to win this war in just 57 days. That's really fast. And now we gained more land, which is wonderful. Let's expand our armies. And you can always look at your issues to see what is happening. We can declare another war, take another consort, and we are in line to inherit Rano, um, which is my husband. Yeah, our husband holds this chiefdom, so when he dies, we're going to inherit some things from him. We can take another consort. This guy is in jail, so we're not going to take him. We can take Akko, and chance of children is none. Um, I don't know what's the benefit from consorts exactly. Maybe I can look at it in the Wikipedia. The Wikipedia is really great because you can go ahead and just write in things like in the normal Wikipedia and look for things. Then we have a concubage. I think that's the thing. Yeah. So yeah, a concubine or consort is of lesser status than a spouse, allowed in faiths with the consorts and concubines doctrine. Unlike marriage, concubinage does not yield alliances. Concubines can also be set aside at will without the complications of a divorce. The children of concubines are considered legitimate. Concubinage is mutually exclusive with polygamous, which means we can have uh, we have our husband with who we have children, and we can have consorts with who we have fun, basically. So we can declare another war against Sarkin Gadi, and now we have more soldiers, and it's this chiefdom of Kabi, I think. So yeah, we can get one of the counties. We we can try and subjugate him, but we don't have enough prestige. We can conquer the duchy, but we are not famous enough, which is why we cannot do it. So we can get either one of these counties, or we can try to collect enough, but still we need to be distinguished, and we are not there yet. So we can just conquer one of the counties, and let's conquer the one that's closer to us. Yeah, and we can just conquer it. It's also not going to be a very long war. Yeah, we just have to invade this small area of land, and they are weaker than us, so it's like another one of those easy wars. What I like about playing a small nation is that, yeah, it's really fun at the beginning because you're growing your small empire, and nobody's really going to attack you while you're still small. Um, and once you get bigger, stronger, and other realms start noticing that you are getting more prominent and becoming a threat, they're going to start attacking you, and then that's when problems arise, when you get noticed by those bigger powers. And right now we're just like a small nation. Um, we're a tribe. Nobody's really going to care about us and our tribal squabbles between each other. And yeah, that's basically how it goes in the game. Let's go ahead and attack them. And it's going to be an easy win for us because we are stronger. And oh, we can see that our husband is going to raid somebody. I think that if you're tribal, you can start raids. If you go in the war area, you can raise all raiders, and that's something you can do, which means you go ahead to cities of other realms, and then you take their money, or yeah, basically you take their money. And we just earned some money because of one of our council people. We captured a Cuddy, who is just some random person, not that important. So let's go ahead and occupy another one of their cities, and we can actually like scroll out and see what is happening in the world, if anything has changed. Some nations are at war with each other, and some are not. We're currently being raided by somebody, so that's something that we should deal with. And oh, I guess we're going to go into another war, I see. Can you just attack them? Because I think we are going to earn enough of the points to win this war. Then we can go and attack these guys up there. Because I don't know if they actually... Okay, religious refugees. Mhm. Boris. We are Bori. Mhm. So we cannot allow him to oppress the faithful, which means we get an unpressed claim on Sheikdom of the Kada, smuggle as many Boris as we can to safety. Mhm. Okay, we get religious refugees, we get bigger levy sizes, we have better taxes, they are going to get worse, we get more stressed, or we can send an envoy to Italy to discuss their treatment. This is a diplomacy challenge, and we should actually do this because we are going to earn more points, and yeah, I think we should do this because um, they just need to be respected. They need to be appreciated. We're being raided by these guys, and can we chase them down, destroy them? Like, can we do things like that? Oh, this is an oasis. Oh, how wonderful. Maybe we'll be able to chase them down and get our revenge because I think they raided Gobir, which is one of our cities. And we are going to win this war because we control the war target. When you control the war target, you get points. You get the war score as well, and we just became the culture head, which is wonderful. It's going to take them 6 months to be able to do that. I mean, to be able to occupy or retake their own city, which means, yeah, we're going to win another war, and we're going to destroy these raiders because, like, they have no right raiding us. Okay, let's enforce our demands. Thank you. So when we do things like that, we gain fame, we also gain prestige, we can gain piety. When we occupy cities, we gain money. When we besiege cities, and let's see at our issues right now. We can declare 2 more wars, we can take another concert, we have low country control in Gobir and Sokoto, which means we can employ each of the counselors has a special job. They can promote their culture, they can promote religion, and they can raise control. The marshal can raise control in areas that have low control. That's what we're going to do right now. It's going to take him 7 years to improve the control level. If you look right here, we have a lowered control level, which means we earn less taxes and less levies from low controlled areas. We can fabricate a claim. Um, yeah, we already have that land, so that's old news. We're currently fighting these guys. Let's see if we win. We are fighting in a desert, which is okay. But we are going to win anyways because they are raiders, they're not so strong, we're much stronger. And okay, we just won that battle, which is very nice. Okay, we can, no armies can be disbanded. Um, okay, we are in enemy territory or whatever. So we have to just leave enemy territory to be able to disband our units, basically. Okay. Oh, we can disband them all right now. Excellent. Well, so that's like how the game works. You just have to progress, become bigger, and get closer to your goals and your decisions. So we have major decisions, we have little decisions, I mean regular decisions. We can hold a mystical communion. You're the only one who truly knows. We can spend this and we get learning lifestyle experience. We get divine guidance, which gives us some good things, and whole mystical communion will be available for 5 years. Um, we can also seek aid of the spirits, which means, yeah, you get some things. Yeah, spirits inhabit the world. To one day, then. So you can seek aids of the spirits and see what they're going to do. Let's do it. Why not? Okay, my Maja Alima brings me to a peaceful glade near a small stream, the steady trickle of water off the rocks creating a relaxing ambience. The spirits like it here though, Rama. This is the best place for us to petition them for aid. Holding up 2 baskets Alima brought with her, she adds, now we must decide on what kind of offering we shall leave for them. A grand offering of cowries, fruit, and myrrh. The spirits will definitely take notice of this offering. The traditional libation of grain and borasa. Offering. Bah! Isn't my presence here enough? The spirits are likely to be offended, but sheer audacity might instead impress them. Or, on second thought, let us avoid disturbing them. So we can just do a traditional one, and they're likely to take notice of this offering, or we can be cocky. Just say like, what? Aren't we enough? But let's do that. Let's see what they're going to say. I'm really wondering. We can host a feast, call a hunt, search for a physician, go on a pilgrimage, hold a mystical communion, and I really twisted my words there. Or invite more champions. Why don't we host one of these? I begin in peace. Why not? Like if we have, if we can do it, why not? You offer yourself? I guess that works, she says as she starts walking around me in circles. Oh spirits, hear me. I call upon you to grant you aid to this petitioner, Alima chants. She begins moving faster, dancing now, her movements becoming more frantic, sweat shining on her face. Eventually she reaches a crescendo, barely finishing the dance before collapsing to the ground in exhaustion. Stillness and quiet return to the glade. Everything seems exactly as it was before. What a waste of time. Well, okay. Very nice. Let's actually see. So now we do have like 300 learning experience. So we might even be able to get points from 2 different lifestyles if we continue with these communions. And let's actually assign somebody as a court physician. And yeah, she has the highest skill in learning. Your best physicians are people who have the highest level of learning, and now we have some prisoners, which who we can release for money if they have to pay. Most of them don't, which is a problem. We cannot demand conversion. We can recruit them so that they become our knights. We can execute them. We can torture them. Uh, yeah, she's in pretty bad shape, so I don't know what to do with her. I don't want to recruit her, so let's just. Oh, oh, I guess she's going to stay in our jail for some time. So, um, yeah, basically, I don't want to make this episode any longer. We just saw some things here, so yeah, I hope you liked this episode. Not much happened in this episode, sadly. And we can see there are some things happening over here. Duchy of Dukla, okay. Rashka, Rama, Croatia, Slavonia, Dalmatia. Like, this whole area is in pieces right now. And yeah, okay. And we are getting much stronger. We have a lot more soldiers, and we're going to be able to expand our empire. Um, our culture isn't really that developed, but we are going to be able to progress. Oh, let's actually focus on this, on city planning, which means now we're going to get city planning in only 22 years, which is really good because most of these other like cultural discoveries would take 400 years, which is a lot of time. But anyways, yeah, that's we just had a small look at how the chiefess Ruma, who she is, and what her nation is like. And this is the first time that I'm playing an African nation, an African realm. Before that, I only tried some Europeans, but this is the first time trying an African one. That is a different religion, a different culture, so it's going to be fun. This is just the introductory episode. In the next one, we're going to wage a lot more wars, and we're going to do better things. I might also play the game off screen so that we don't have to, so it doesn't progress slowly. And yeah, I hope you all enjoyed this episode. That's all for today. Bye for now.